There we are. Okay, I think we're live. So welcome everybody. This is the Team Ignite Business Opportunity Webinar. It's part of our sneak peek that we do every month just to give you an inside look at what we do as coaches and why we're here and what we love about this business. So joining me tonight, I should have two other coaches, well, three other besides myself. We're having a few technical difficulties, so if they jump on the call in the middle, then you'll see them and we'll have them talk. Otherwise, you'll just hear from a couple of us, but that's okay. We make it work. So my name is Kathleen Strecker. I have been a coach, a Beachbody coach for over 7 years now. I started out as just my husband and I wanted to get in better shape, so we just randomly ordered a program off the internet, and it came with a coach. It came with somebody assigned to us that was going to help us through it, keep us on track, answer our questions, that sort of thing. We loved what we were doing. We kept on doing it. We started making some changes to our diets. We kept on ordering more programs. And after about a year of doing them and being friends with our coach on Facebook, she asked us to join her team and just help other people get in shape. And so it was kind of a natural progression. We said, yeah, let's do it. And I have been doing it ever since. And I was working full time when I started doing the programs and becoming a coach. And after a couple of years, I was able to quit my full-time job, and I have been doing coaching as my career ever since then. That was in 2012, so 5 years now. So it has been just amazing. It has been the best thing as far as not only giving me the freedom to go places and do things and be with my family, but just opening doors that I never knew existed just for myself and my growth as a person, being able to set goals for myself I never would have dreamed of, that sort of thing, being able to relate to people better. I lied about this if you let me, but I'm here tonight to just kind of give you a chance to hear from some other coaches about their experiences. And you should be able to ask questions as we go. If you're watching this on a laptop or a desktop computer, there is this place to write your chat questions, but I'm not sure how to see them unless somebody writes something in right now, and maybe it'll pop up for me. But anyway, if that's the case, if you don't get your question answered right while we're on the air, please just post it in one of the pages where you found this link earlier, and we'll get to it. We'll make sure it gets answered. So let me just check really quick to make sure I don't have any other messages that came in while I was talking just now, because I'm still waiting to hear from one of our other coaches that's supposed to be joining us. And nope, I don't think so. So we're going to go ahead and get going. I want to introduce you first to a friend of mine, Amanda, and she's going to talk about what it takes to get started with your own fitness and nutrition tools that we all use and love and recommend. So Amanda, if you just want to take it away and kind of tell your story.
Hey guys, my name is Amanda Skelton, and I have been a coach now for about 5 years. And I will say that, my fitness journey started with me purchasing P90X. And ever since then, it's been the best decision I've ever made. And, recently I had a son. He's now almost 3. And the one thing that helped me really get back on track was having the ability to access all of my workouts, my nutrition, everything from home. And Beachbody On Demand All Access is the one thing that's helped me the most. Basically, to give you a quick overview of everything it entails, you have over 600 different workouts that you will have access to. You have access to all the different meal plans, recipes, the super trainers. So your Tony Morton, Shaun T, all of those people you guys have probably heard of. And then, of course, your 30 Days of Life Shakeology. So that's kind of an overview of everything that you would need. And all of that is available to you from your house. You have access from your phone, your iPhone, your Android, your tablet, your iPad, your TV. Wherever you're at, you can access it. So cost-wise, it's running around $160 right now. That includes everything. And to put this into perspective, My husband and I used to work out at 24 Hour Fitness, and we were spending $70 a month on just the facility. So that ends up being around $840 a year. So that's not including any nutrition. That's not including a personal trainer. That's just the ability to go work out. So to me, this was a win-win situation. I'm extremely busy. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a nurse practitioner, I'm a coach. I'm very busy and limited on time. So to be able to have access to all of this stuff and to be able to do it from my house was a really big push for me to get back into shape. And most of the workouts range anywhere from 25 minutes to 45 minutes. So you can really customize what it is that you want to do. If, one day you don't feel like doing tuck jumps the entire time, go do some yoga instead.
Hate tuck jumps. Oh, they're the worst.
So, and I will just tell you real quick, really what this has done for me. There's three things that it's really affected me. And I'll start off obviously with the fitness part and getting back into physical shape. I lost 65 pounds after having my son from my house. I didn't leave at all. I worked out in my living room, my garage, and I ate right. So that's the biggest thing that's helped me. Obviously, then there's the nutrition. It comes with your portion control containers. Again, I'm limited on time, so I don't have time to count calories. Having something spelled out for me, this is how many carbs you need in a day. I can fill it up, put it into a Tupperware container, and be on my way. And then the last part has been the accountability and support that I have from Team Ignite and from Beachbody all around. And I can tell you right now, as a woman who I've struggled with self-confidence, and I'm always, I guess, judging myself and thinking I'm not good enough. And being around this team of people that were all from, different backgrounds, we've all different shapes and sizes, but we're all here for the same reason, and that's to help each other and live happy lives. And that's really what's kept me around, as being a coach and keeping up with doing all these workouts. So that's kind of me in a nutshell.
Awesome. I love to hear that. And you've gotten so much. Wow, 65 pounds. That's amazing. Just a transformation in itself. And I'm sure that you felt the inner transformation as well as the outer. I think we all feel that. And more than anything, that's, I think, what keeps us doing this, because we know how important that is. So, Kat, I saw you jump on here. Can you give us a little hey, and let me see if your audio is working? I hear you. We're having trouble with Kat's audio still. So maybe can you join from your phone and see if that will help? All right, so we'll give her one more try. So Amanda, I was going to ask you some more too about the All Access Challenge Pack. You mentioned it's got the Beachbody on Demand and the portion control containers and Shakeology. So there's also an option to get it with, instead of Shakeology, you can get it with the Beachbody Performance. So how familiar are you with those supplements? Can you talk any about that?
Well, I haven't used them a whole lot myself, but yeah, the Performance Pack is, I would say a lot of people use that, especially when they're doing a lot of more of the extreme workouts, so your body beast, your insanities, and that comes with your protein, your pre-workout, your what is it? Kind of like your amino acids to help you recover afterwards.
Right.
So it's just more supplementation, and a lot of the formula that they use is very natural. So there's not a lot of additives like what you see if you go to a general store.
Exactly. Yeah, that for me, that's huge. I really became a convert to just nothing artificial. So that's big. Yeah, and I feel the same way. I use the supplements for when I'm doing an intense workout and I know I'm going to lose a lot of blood glycogens. I learned that, and other electrolytes and all that. Shakeology is always good for every day, no matter what. It's the best nutritional boost you can give yourself. And the Beachbody Performance is another level. It's for workouts. So if somebody, I mean, I've had people who have been allergic to something that's in Shakeology. I mean, there's 70 different ingredients. There's a chance that somebody might be allergic to one of them, which is, it's too bad, because I love for them to get the benefits from it. But if for some reason you can't tolerate something in Shakeology, there is the option to get these Beachbody Performance supplements instead, and that would be your challenge pack, and that would get you started and get you going. So let's see, Amanda, I hate to keep putting you on the spot, but since, I mean, you've been familiar with this for a long time, and you can talk about it, what things have done for you. What about Shakeology? How's that in particular helped you out?
So it has helped me out in a lot of different ways. Cravings. I have a big chocolate sugar craving. Like my go-to is chocolate chip cookies and chocolate covered almonds. So, I've definitely cut down on the type of cravings that I have, especially if I hit that kind of 2-3 o'clock wall in the afternoon. I will drink a Shakeology then. It's helped with really just keeping my appetite balanced and keeping me energized, getting rid of those cravings. So that's been the biggest thing. And I've gone, because sometimes I will drink 2 a day, and so I will run out early. And that week that I'm out, I am miserable.
Oh, I know. We all get that way. No, and that's so true. I mean, that's what it is. It's just, it's the best. It's all the nutrients that your body is craving and is needing, and it's not getting, no matter how healthy you're eating from the grocery store. You can be doing the best job possible, but you're still just not able to get every single nutrient your body needs. So that's where Shakeology comes in. And yeah, for me, I mean, I always tell people what I felt when I first started drinking it. It took me about 3 days of drinking it daily. And like that last day, or the 4th day I was on it, I woke up and I felt like I had just come out of a fog. New level of mental clarity that I had never experienced before. And I was kind of like, you mean this is how people are supposed to live? And I have not been feeling this way for the last 40 years. So yeah, it's really amazing. And it's just one of those things where, if you're skeptical, you're just going to have to try it and see how it works for you. And so pretty much everybody that I have ever known who's tried it for a consistent amount of time, they can tell a difference. There's definitely a difference. I mean, if I go for a while, if I'm consistent with my shakes and then I go a day without one, yeah, like you say, you can feel it. You really can. You don't have any energy. And the energy that I get from it, here's the remains of my last shake today. It's one of those consistent, high, strong energy levels. It's not an up and down rush and then a crash. It's like very consistent, and that's what I appreciated about it too. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, Kat, I know, is trying to get back on the call here. And Terry, I'm not sure where she is, so I'm just going to kind of move on to what her topic was going to be. And Amanda, feel free, you can jump in here with this too. But Terry was going to talk about the personal development that we do as coaches. So we have 4 things that we do as coaches every single day. They're called the 4 vital behaviors. And one of them is to be proof the products work. So doing the workouts, drinking the shakes, that's usually the easy part because we have no problem. We love doing those things. They make us feel really good. The second thing is inviting other people to join us. And usually that just involves sharing our story on social media or with people we know, just letting them know what we're doing. And then we have these challenge groups that if you've already been talking with a coach about joining up, you may have already been part of a challenge group or been invited to be part of one. And what they are just private groups on Facebook, or we also have an app that we use. And we keep each other accountable. We set goals. We say we're going to commit to doing a Beachbody workout program and drinking Shakeology every day for 30 days, 60 days, whatever the group may be. And we all stick with it and keep each other encouraged and motivated. We help each other through the hard times and share meal plans and recipes and that sort of thing. So that's the inviting part. That's also the fun part. Then there's a third one, third vital behavior of recognizing, and that kind of goes along with the challenge groups. We want to make everybody feel like they are just doing the best they can, making an impact and having an effect on other people, and just saying a kind word to somebody is all it takes sometimes for them to just really feel like they're where they need to be. So recognizing people for their efforts is a big one. And then the fourth thing is personal development. So that is probably the easiest one not to do, but it's really the most crucial if you ask any successful coach. And what it is we're always devoted to just improving ourselves as well as physically. So we're always reading or listening to or watching something that's going to just improve us as a person. So it can be something about life skills like time management or organization or relating to other people's personalities, or it can be something more spiritual, something that just really helps us develop self-confidence or self-esteem or leadership skills, that kind of thing. So we're constantly doing something like that to just bring ourselves to the next level, because we all believe that fitness, the physical, the mental, the emotional fitness all go hand in hand, and you cannot have one without the other. So the personal development is a huge factor in what we do. And from my experience, I have to say that shape for the first time in my life when I was 40 years old, that's what opened my eyes to what I was really capable of. I had never done anything remotely like that in my life. And so it kind of showed me a new side of myself. And it let me know that, I could take on anything. I mean, if I could do insanity, I could do anything. and it really gave me the tools to be able to say, okay, well, I can build a team of coaches now, or I can teach a class in Turbo Fire, that sort of thing that I would have never dreamed I could have done before. So the personal journey with it, just like the fitness journey, but it's one of those things where I'm so grateful we have it in here as part of our daily job description, really. So Amanda, is there anything that you want to add about personal development? I mean, how's it impacted you from what we do?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, personal development is a huge part of any type of physical transformation, because you really have to change from the inside out. And, if you're not ready to, change your mentality, you're not going to be ready to change your physical, you're not going to be able to have that physical transformation either. And I mean, that's a big thing. So for me, when I gained all that weight during my pregnancy, I was about to compete for a fitness competition. So I was in really good shape when I got pregnant, and I ended up on bed rest for 3 months and gained 65 pounds. And that, my self-esteem went down really fast. And if it wasn't for one, Beachbody, and having those tools to really pick myself back up whenever it was time, and two, I knew that I had to do the personal development. I knew that I had to plug in. And that's what I started doing day by day. And, I read different books. And it even helps you, not even just with Beachbody, it helps you with your day-to-day living, with relationships with people. And, even at my normal job, I'm like, okay, let me think back to, this book that I read and how I can help solve this problem that's here. And rather than me getting mad at a certain situation, I'm able to really kind of just control my thoughts and my emotions. And it definitely makes a change, overall in your entire life.
Yeah, it does. And and I tell people, even when we're reading books, I mean, sometimes we'll do it as a team, or you can do it individually, even if it's a book on business practices. My whole concept is, it's not to teach you how to be a better business person necessarily, it's how to be a better person. That's what we're in this for. And the better person you are, the more skills you have with dealing with people and just being confident in yourself, the more people will be attracted to do business with you. And so it kind of takes away all the need to learn all the business stuff. So anyway, well, we're still hoping that Kat and Terry can join us, but I'm just going to move on. I will say that Kat is somebody that you should look up. If you're on the Sneak Peek behind the scenes and coaching page, look up her video that she's posted about her transformation. This woman has lost over 100 pounds, and she's so humble about it and just has a great story to share. And that's the kind of transformation that everybody just goes, wow, you know, big eyes open, jaw drop. But everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a transformation. And so it doesn't matter if you need to gain 10 pounds in order to be healthy, or if you need to lose 100. We're all able to help each other out. So the one other thing I was going to touch on in this webinar tonight is a little bit about the compensation plan, is what it's called. It's a very dry term. And there has been a video posted in the sneak peek group already. Coach Caleb made a funny video about it. In case you haven't seen that yet, or you're still a little bit fuzzy on it, hang on, I have a message from Kat here. She says her mic won't connect. Oh, we're going to be sad to miss you, but we'll get you next month if that doesn't work out. In any case, so the compensation plan, I mean, people ask, this is all well and good. We're helping people get healthy. That's great. But we hear that you can actually make money at this business. And yes, you can. Our coach, our team leader, Julie, who happened to be the coach that I got randomly assigned to when I first bought my first program, she's a millionaire from this business alone. And there are several other millionaires on our team. And it's just a matter of deciding that's your goal and going for it. So the way that happens, I'll explain it to you, see if I can make it simple here. And Amanda, feel free to jump in if there's something I'm missing. But essentially, there's two ways you earn income as a coach. One is you're working on your own health and fitness journey. You're sharing what you're doing. And if you're talking with somebody and inviting them to your challenge group and they decide, yes, this looks like a good fit for me, I want to join, and they order their challenge pack through you, you get a commission. Usually it's at least 25% on most products, and challenge packs are even higher than that. So you're getting some retail commission in. And if those people are getting Shakeology on the monthly basis, which their challenge pack will set them up to do, then you're also still getting that 25% commission on every successive month shipment of Shakeology that's going out to them. So we kind of have a benchmark we try and stick with, a goal for ourselves every month. We try to help at least 3 people get started with a challenge pack. And if you're doing that, if you're getting 3 new challenge packs every month, plus you're still getting the residual commissions off of last month's customers and the months before and the months before, you can see how that's going to build up. And pretty soon you've got a quite solid little income stream coming in just from the Shakeology commissions alone. So that's one way to do it. So Amanda, have I covered that? Is there anything else I need to talk about with retail?
No, I think that's it.
So that's how the retail works. And some coaches, that's all they want to do. That they just love helping people and getting them started in challenge groups, and that's where their main income comes from. But then you can take it to the next level, where even though you, with social media especially, you can now contact and connect with thousands of people, thousands and thousands that you never could have met before. So it's awesome. But still, there's only a finite number of people that you can actually reach in your lifetime, as many as that may be. So you can start assembling a team of coaches to work with you. And these would be people that you enjoy working with, friends, coworkers, maybe customers that you've worked with and you get along with really well. And you can build a team, because each of those people is going to be able to reach a whole circle of connections that you would have never had on your own. So it's like expanding like ripples on a pond, and you're making these new connections and they're making connections and so on. So you are able to indirectly impact so many more lives that way. So when you build this team of coaches like that, then you're going to get bonuses based on your team's activity. But the nice part is, it's not just those coaches that you've personally added to your team that you get the bonuses based on. It's their coaches as well, and their coaches. And if your coach above you, who brought you into this business, if they add someone new, they're going to go at the kind of like the bottom of the line and be part of your organization too. So you get the benefit of everybody, practically everybody on our team, adding to each other's teams. Does that make sense? So a coach that I bring on will maybe benefit Amanda. I'm not even sure where is in the organization, but just as an example. So my newest coach might become part of her team, and her next coach might become part of my team, and so on. So it really is a team effort in that respect. How did I do there, Amanda? Anything else that we should relate on that end of things?
No, I don't think so.
I lost you. Okay. One thing I do find some people kind of are skeptical when they understand what kind of business model this is. And they'll say, well, isn't this one of those things where if you join early, you can just sit back and everybody else makes money for you, and you get rich if you're in it early, and so on and so on. And there are a couple things in place that prevent that from happening. One is there are income caps. So you can't just build a tiny little team and then sit back and wait for the money to roll in. You have to be constantly adding to your team and growing it and working at it. And then the other thing is, let's see, there's two parts to this. Oh, yes. If you are one of the people who's been added later on, like for example, I've been in this 7 years, Amanda's been in it 5 years. Somebody who's joining now might think, well, I have no chance of making any money at this. False assumption, because like I say, the next coach I add may be placed under that new coach. And so maybe they're the next rock star top earner in the company. And so that new coach that they went underneath, now they have the benefit of that coach's activity that's going to earn them the bonuses, as long as they are putting in the work too. Was that really confusing? How did I do there? Okay. So yeah, well, I think that is just probably going to wrap it up for us. I feel bad that we didn't get to hear from Kat or Terry, but I really appreciate you being on here the whole time, Amanda. Is there anything else that you feel like we should impart to our viewers, somebody who might be thinking about this opportunity?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I think
let me ask you. Yeah, I'll just real quick. What made you decide to join up as a coach or to start working the business?
You know, the person who approached me about it was actually a very good friend of mine. And because the funny thing is my husband and I, we were already doing kind of free challenge groups already. And so she reached out to me, and I didn't even know that Beachbody existed, you know, apart from P90X and Insanity. But, you know, I didn't know that coaches were a thing. I was never assigned a coach, or I never connected with my coach that I bought P90X from, if that makes any sense, because I just bought it off the website. So my friend who approached me about it, who was already a coach, she was like, well, you're already doing everything that everybody else is doing. Why not just get paid for it? And I was like, okay. And I didn't know anything about Shakeology either. And so she introduced me to Shakeology. And I remember the night that we met at Starbucks, and I was drinking a Monster. And she got onto me so bad, and she literally took the Monster and she held it up to the Shakeology and started comparing everything. I was like, okay, fine. I will do it. But I mean, that's kind of how I got started. I don't really have a big story as to how that happened, but you know, I'm also a nurse, and so part of my heart is to serve other people and to help them, and that's a lot of where that comes from. And I see on a daily basis this kind of obesity trend, and as a healthcare provider, I have a really hard time just giving somebody a pill. Say, here, go fix this, rather than focusing on the root problem. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, perfect. Well, thank you for that. And that's almost exactly my story too. Julie asked me, well, you're already doing what coaches do. You should get paid for it. So it's almost word for word. Kat, do we have you now?
Testing.
There she is. Oh, we got it. We're almost at the 6:30 mark, but man, I think it is so important to hear, just if we could hear your story and your weight loss journey. If you can give us, 3 minutes of your time, I hope everybody's able to stay on. So Kat, I'm so glad you're able to join us. So welcome. And yeah, what do you got for us?
Thank you. I am so sorry for the trouble that it took to get here. We have gone through 4 sets of headphones and microphones today. We pulled this one out of the file cabinet from who even knows how long it's been there. So my name is Kat Sharp, and I have been a coach now for about 5 years. And before I got started with Beachbody, I was morbidly obese at over 300 pounds, and I was in chronic back, hip, and leg pain because of scoliosis. And I was told by my doctor that I would probably end up in a wheelchair by the time I was 40 years old. And I hurt my back again the day before my wedding and needed assistance to stand up. I couldn't even stand up by myself. And I made a decision right then and there that I was done with this life. And I started immediately changing the way that I was eating. And a friend of mine came up to me and she said, Kat, I can help you. And my friend, her name was Sarah, and she was every bit as big as I was, and she was doing P90X. And I said, there is no way I can do that. And so she worked with me to find a program that would fit my current needs and my goals. My goals, stay out of a wheelchair. And my needs were something that wasn't going to hurt me any worse than I already was. And so she helped me find a program. It was a classic program called Slim in 6. And it took me an entire week to finish the first 25-minute video. And the first 3 times I tried, I cried. But now, as Kathleen had said earlier, I have lost over 100 pounds. I turned 40 this summer, and there is no wheelchair waiting for me. Instead, I have Insanity Max 30 waiting for me. And I want my story to give people hope that if you think that you are not the perfect physical specimen, that you can't help somebody because you don't look like perfect fitness Barbie, I want you to know that you can. That my friend Sarah was obese just like I was. And because she was willing to listen to me, to what I needed, she changed my life. And I have clients that are very close to the 100-pound mark themselves because I let her help me and I decided to help others. This is changing lives. So I want you to know that. Can I answer the question about the energy that somebody asked in our group today?
Please.
Okay. There was a specific question asked in our sneak peek group, and I promised that I would answer that tonight, and I'll try to keep it very, very short. The question was, how do you basically keep up your energy? What's your routine? And this particular person was struggling with fatigue. And so as a mom, just like many of you, when the kids get up, my day just kind of gets away from me. And so I get up before the rest of the family. And I have a few things every morning that I do. My Bible study, have my Shakeology, I do a workout, and I spend a few minutes to myself. And when I'm done with that, the day belongs to everybody else. But when I get my morning routine done and I stick with that as much as possible, that's when my energy stays level. The secrets to my energy level are Shakeology, getting my 30-minute workout in every day, and eating clean 80% of the time. When I start to slip on those things, my energy goes down the drain almost instantly. So it really is about doing the few things that I know are going to make me feel my best so that the rest of the day I can give my best to the people that I love.
Well, thank you so much. And I just heard from Terry. We're going to hear from her on the next webinar next month.
Okay.
So, so thank you so much. That was great info. And I'm so glad you were able to join us because, like I said, everybody's story is different, and yours is an amazing one. And so is Amanda's. And everybody's watching. You've got a story, too, that is going to be told. And so I can't wait to hear it. So I hope that you guys have gotten some good information from this call. And if there's anything else you have questions about, feel free to just post that on the link below where you logged on to this webinar. So that's it for us tonight. Thank you again, Amanda and Kat, and I will see you again next month. Hope to see you on the team page really soon, guys. Bye.
Bye.